What's up, Pure Zealous LLC? It is me, Michaela. I am back with another video. Hold on, I got something in my eye. Um, Welcome y'all to the YouTube channel. And if you new here, yeah, welcome. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. So, I'm here on this video. I'm talking. And this video is going to be a very raw, very authentic, very different kind of video, I think, that I've ever posted on Pure Zealous LLC YouTube channel. Probably the rawest video I ever made in my life because of what I'm about to talk about. And what I'm about to talk about is my confidence. I just uploaded a video on my personal Instagram account. It is 7EMMKAY. It's pronounced Zemkay. And I'll leave it in the description box below if I post it on YouTube. But I'm just going to leave my name because you can look that up on YouTube or Instagram and whatever. I was singing a song by Ari Lennox called La 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 La. And the reason why I just decided to record it and sing it is because when I was a kid, my mama used to make me do these YouTube videos. And you can go on my YouTube, not my YouTube. You can look me up on YouTube, first and last name, Michaela Jones, singing, and I'm going to pop up. Some of the videos I might be looking sad. Some of the videos I might be looking okay. I'm really young. I'm like 10, 11. And what I remember about these videos and about some nights where maybe I had to sing the next day in front of a lot of people, or maybe I was in the studio, a show or something was coming up. And excuse all the stuff on my face, y'all. I'm dusty right now. It's a real raw and authentic video. My mama would yell at me. She would make me start the video over and over and over and over again. I would probably sing the same song like 15 times. It didn't matter if it was 9 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night. My siblings would be in the other room, and I'd be in the dining room. And whether we was recording a video or we was getting ready for a show or something to do the next day, no matter how late it was, I would do it over and over again. So if we wasn't recording a video, I would do it over and over again. If we was recording a video, it would be stop recording the video and do it over and stop and do it over and stop and do it over and stop and do it over. And when I used to start the videos, I used to say, hello, my name is Michaela Jones. I'm 11 years old. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm singing da 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 da. And it was almost like my mama wanted me to be famous. She wanted to live vicariously through me as a singer because her mama never pushed her to be the singer that she wanted to be. And it's like my mama was doing that for me, what she wanted her mama to do for her. What's crazy is that when I discovered that I loved to sing, I never pictured myself being a famous, popular artist, singer, performer. It wasn't really until, the pressure from my mama that made me feel like I had to be something. When really, I just really loved to sing. And I've been loving to sing since I was little. The first person, artist that I listened to, that I feel sparked something in me that made me want to sing, was Selena Johnson. And that was like a long time ago, 3, 4 years old, whenever I was in the backseat. But when we got the Dreamgirls CD and it was on DVD, I would listen to Beyonce sing Listen over and over and over and over and over again. And then I remember there was a talent show within the congregation that I grew up in. And I wanted to sing that song. I remember singing it in front of my mama and my daddy in the kitchen at the old house, the house I grew up in. To this day, I just remember the song starting, and I remember when the song stopped, when I stopped singing, I did a spin like it was the last move that I did. I stopped singing. All I remember is spinning around and opening up my eyes, and my mom and my daddy was just staring at me. And they was smiling. And then I think my mama said something like, "Oh my God." um and then from there it was just like my mama was always trying to get me like noticed, like sing for these people, sing for that person. If we in the store, I don't care where we was at. If we was in the store, the parking lot, she had me singing for people I probably would never meet ever again in my life. I was part of these musicals, part of these programs that I never necessarily asked to be a part of, didn't know about, didn't sign up for. She just was trying to push me out there. I remember when I did the talent show for 5th grade, probably 7th grade and 8th grade. I won second place 3 times in a row. And I remember telling somebody that, and they was like, wow. And they were like impressed. And I felt like that was the first time somebody was impressed with something that I was not impressed with, because I never won first place. And it don't really mess with me, but I don't think that I realize how much it actually does. Like, I think it don't mess with me, but I always bring that story up. And I brought it up this time because I'm talking about my singing experience. And I think that I've always been attacked when it came to my confidence. I think winning second place 3 times in a row, even when I felt like I should have won first place all 3 times, I felt like I was being snubbed. And that kind of probably chipped away at my confidence. Um, when I did my first musical in 8th grade, it was The Wiz. And when I auditioned, I sung What Is Love by V. Bozeman. It was a very popular song on Empire. I think that's when I realized that I had something special. When I sung Home, the finale song for The Wiz, as an understudy, the shock that I got from that was another indication that I had something special. I think I did three more musicals until I was about to do The Wiz again. And the person who was doing the casting, she did not cast me as Dorothy. She knew I wanted to be Dorothy, and I feel like she did that on purpose. Matter of fact, I know she did that on purpose. um, and I feel like that chipped away at my confidence. I think the expectation of me becoming somebody so big and great and all of the videos, not I cannot say that I have all kind of videos and that I've been so consistent, no. But I think the way that the internet has advanced since I was a kid made me think that all I needed was one good video and that I was going to be famous. And I think after a lot of videos, not even a lot, probably just like a handful of videos, and they just wasn't hidden, I think I used the excuse that if God wanted me to be famous, then I will already be a famous singer. Excuse me. So I really didn't have the dream of being a famous singer, and I kind of still don't. Because when I imagine like my perfect life and where I would want to be at 30, 35, 40, what always surprises me is being a popular singer and traveling the world never crosses my mind. When I think of the perfect life that if I could have it my way, every time I do that, every time I have that conversation with myself, it isn't until I'm done saying everything that I want and wish and dream. It isn't until I'm done that I realize I didn't mention singing at all. I don't know why that is. I would not like to admit that that is because of my lack of confidence, which is why I can't even look in the camera when I'm talking. um but my confidence really started being attacked after I gave my virginity away in 2019. After I gave my virginity away, slowly but surely I started getting into witchcraft by manifesting, what they say manifesting is, and law of attraction. And my heart was broken so bad that I was trying to heal, parts of my body. I talk about this already, so I don't have to hold back. Trying to heal my root chakra and stuff like that. And I had got into tarot cards. I never bought a deck, but I was always looking at the videos, and I didn't realize I was being spiritually attacked at the time. But since 2019, I think a lot of people can agree with this. I just been on a downward spiral, and I've had some spikes and I've had some lows that I would never go that low again. But I've had some spikes where I was okay. I'm about to get real on this video. I've never attacked my fear of singing because I don't understand it. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't, but I think most of the time I choose to not understand it because it's so traumatic. You had to beat her. Let me just say that. I grew up a people pleaser because I have two parents who are hard to please. I was a goody two shoe girl. They raised me Jehovah Witness, and I didn't do bad. The most bad I ever did was talking back to the teacher. I probably spazzed on them a couple times that my parents probably never knew about, or they probably do, but they probably never said nothing because they know if my daughter spazzed on you, you had to be tripping because my daughter don't do stuff bad. I rarely got in trouble, rarely got in fights. That was the most trouble that I got in because of my hands. So, good job. I don't hear it enough. I didn't hear it enough. I always felt like I wasn't good enough. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to put my feet up here, but it kind of hurts. I'm just gonna put my feet right here. And I'm cold. So I always felt like I wasn't good enough. So when I do get applause and claps and you did so good, it shocks me. Even though the attention, I'm a people, I'm not even gonna claim that. I aim to please people. Want to impress people because I feel like growing up with my mama always pressuring me to sing, and it's like I gotta sing everything perfect. I can't get nothing wrong, and it made me feel like I'm doing this to impress somebody. I'm on YouTube making videos. If I impress people enough, I will get the views, whatever. So it was like, if I impress these people, I will impress my mama. It was just like always doing something for impression. To the point where it's creating like a toxic relationship because I can't stand praise. I can't even take a standing ovation. You can ask people who was there the day that I sung Freedom by Beyonce. And I got a standing ovation from a lot of people, and I don't know how to handle it. And it's a weird thing. It's like if you ever fasted for more than 3 days and then you go straight into eating food, you know how hard how much your mouth hurt. It's like you can't handle all that flavor after having nothing, no water, no food for 3 days. And I feel like that's how it is with the attention, with the applause, with the validation. I feel like when I grew up, I wasn't validated enough. I wasn't congratulated enough. I wasn't told good job enough. I didn't get enough pats on the back. And I feel like being deprived of that so long, and then you go and sing in front of a whole bunch of people when you get a standing ovation, you don't even know how to handle it. So the other part of my confidence, when it's not about music and not about singing, I realized today that I have been getting it from men. It hurts me so bad to say that, because I'm breaking a generational curse as we speak of women in my family who idolize men. And I used to think idolizing men meant that all you care about is them, and all you talk about is them, and everything you do is for them. But you can still live a regular life, not talking about a man, not doing anything for a man, not being around a man, talking to him, talking about him, being around him, doing stuff for him, stalking him on social media. Is so much that you can avoid, but I feel like I still idolize men in a way that I really did not notice. And I'm gonna tell you how I noticed it tonight. When I got my heart broken in 2019, life ain't been the same. And when I put two and two together, it's like the confidence that I had before I even met the person is not even there. But the mindset that I had before I met that person is still lingering. And that girl is still looking for somebody to love her and give her some type of high. Whether it's like butterflies in your stomach, some type of puppy love high or whatever. So when I think about that, I'm like, man, I don't even want that confidence back, because that confidence that I had before I even met that person was actually confidence that I had under circumstance. I had money. I had a roster of men. You couldn't tell me nothing. Even when I was a virgin, there was somebody on my phone asking me what I'm doing. Somebody calling me. Somebody want to see me. When I think about this year, 2024, I used to categorize parts of my life based off of what hairstyle I had, or what nails I had, or what clothes I was wearing. Like if I needed to know like where I was working at a certain time, or did I know a person? Like, when did I meet you? Did I meet you when I had those box braids? Let me see. No, because I had those box braids and so and so. That's how I used to think. Like, I used to track my life back to the hairstyles that I had, and what job was I working at the time? Okay, so yeah, whoop de woo. But this year, I really categorized this year with the people that I talk to, as far as men. Um, and what I realized is that I had motion when I was talking to a man. Right now in my life, it is extremely hard for me to get out of here because I've been here before. Don't do nothing all day but smoke weed. And I've been smoking these blacks, and I don't even like blacks, but it's a highlight of like how depressed I am, gotta be, to be smoking blacks, and I hate the way they make my head feel. I have a horrible headache right now. I probably need to drink 3 bottles of water, go to sleep, exercise. I don't even know what I need to do, but I have a horrible headache right now because I smoked 2 blacks and a half today. More blacks I ever smoked, and for somebody else, not even nothing. But for me, I've been here before. And I only been here for like a week and a half, and I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to wake up every day without an agenda and smoking every day and don't even know what I want to do with my life. So I've been figuring out how to get motion. And when I think about, where my heart is, your treasure is. Where your treasure is, your heart is. If I categorize this year by who I talk to, then that's where my heart is. And that's where my motion is. And I'm disappointed that my motion is depending on how much attention a man is giving me, the man that I want, because like I said, it's the same thing. I could have a roster if I want a roster. It's nothing. As a woman, you go down you could leave the house today, right now, and you'll come back same day with 5 numbers, whole new roster. What are you talking about? I don't want a roster. And I don't want to get my motion from men anymore. That is exactly how I have been idolizing men and not even knowing it, because little did I know they are where I have been getting my energy from. Even if they're not giving me good energy, I know how to take what they give me and transform it into what I want it to be. But it's something about a man, it's something about masculine energy, it's something about the desire to be loved and be nurtured and be accompanied, the desire for compassion in a significant other, has caused me to find my validation in men. And even if they're not validating me, if you're giving me any attention, then they don't even know. They probably gonna find out now if any of them is watching it. I highly doubt it, but if they ever just so happen to run across these videos and make it to 28 minutes, they have just now found out that it don't matter if you text me WYD. It don't matter if you call me and I accidentally miss it. You're giving me energy that I'm going to use to do something that I want to do without even knowing it. But now that I know it, and it's kind of disappointing because I'm sitting here thinking I ain't texting every day, I ain't calling every day. I'm missing a couple of texts. I ain't thinking about cooking nothing for so and so. I ain't thinking about going to the store. I ain't even thinking about getting my hair done for so and so and looking that good for so and so. I'm not idolizing you, but just doing this over this recap of the year and how I categorized it, and I'm sitting here thinking am I finding my motion and wave from men? And I'm like, yeah, I have. They keep me going. They kept me going. And now that I figured that out, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want that anymore. It's really sick because the exact thought that I just had after I said that was, but it don't really seem that bad. And that's what crackheads say. It's not that bad. You know. But I can't do that anymore. Because the reason, especially why I realize is that, what I just say? The real reason why I realized that is because I realized that after, like, if that person is not giving me attention anymore, if that person is not calling me, texting me, if I'm not having an interaction with that person, I go in another downward spiral. And I feel like I never had a downward spiral until I lost my virginity. And I lost my virginity when I was 18 years old. I saved it, and I did not save it because I was trying to please God. I was saving it because I felt like I didn't meet anybody who was worth it. And I thought that that person was worth it. And that was the first person that I liked. Like, I liked somebody before that, but, like, I guess this person was just different physically. And it must have distracted me. And so it sent me on a downward spiral, and I have not been the same since. And I don't want to lose my youth. I'm 24. And after meeting more people and catching some little bitty feelings for other people, and having that same effect, like, I'm not getting the attention that I want from so and so, I'm having a spiral moment. I never really have those moments because I never really like somebody enough to where I don't want to talk to anybody else. That's not popular. You know, like, I don't really like people. I don't really like men, like that. Like, it's not really that easy for me to be like, oh, I might actually consider living the rest of my life with you. Like, no. So when I do meet somebody like that, and then that attention is not where I need it to be, I go in a spiral. And like I said, that probably has only happened like twice. And if you read it between the lines, you probably like, oh, that means that she met somebody. Leave me alone. But I just don't want that no more for myself. And I gotta pick myself up, and I gotta, like, not use men to motivate me on a slide, because, like, this is a new revelation for me. So when I was doing it, I didn't realize that I was doing it, but I did realize, actually, let me correct myself, like, probably a month and a half ago, that the communication between me and the person that I'm interested in, when it dies down, my mood about life changes. I did realize that like a month and a half ago. But I also didn't realize that the flip side to that is because when they are giving me attention, my world is different. I view everything different because I'm getting a drug. I'm getting a high. You're activating some type of chemical in me that is making me feel like I'm in love. And I don't care if I barely know you or anything about you. Little do you know, when you are sending me those text messages, I don't care if it's just what you're doing or if it's what's up. When you're giving me attention, I'm just like, the chemicals in my body are working together, and we're like love, 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 love. And now my eyes are different, and nothing can go wrong. I'm in love. And it was totally dictating my days. So if you haven't put everything together, all together by now, what you should know is that I'm getting up off the floor. This video gonna be so long, but I'm getting up off the floor because I'm choosing to not use no man, no communication to as a stepping stone. I don't know, you can say stepping stone, but I'm gonna say crutch. To not use it as a crutch. Right along with the blacks in the weed and the YouTube videos. And it all just goes back to my confidence. So I did not know that I was using men to make me confident. I did not know how much I subconsciously cared about how I was viewed in the eyes of a man that I loved or desired or take interest in. I did not realize how much I cared. I didn't realize how much my confidence was being affected by how much I cared about how a man looked at me. I didn't realize I cared so much about how a man looked at me until I just had so much time to just sit down and just think and just talk to myself. And what I found out that I'm really not that proud of is that my confidence was in men. My confidence was in the interaction. Like, you don't even gotta look like nothing. But I want to be beautiful to you in your eyes. I want to be like appreciated. I want to be something to somebody, and that's really sad. I'm really disgusted. I'm being honest though, because that's an addiction. And I don't really, really like women who make their life about a man, but I didn't know that I was making my life about a man. Even when it wasn't about a man. So it just goes all back to confidence. Like, I don't need a man to make me feel confident. But it's almost like everything that I have done for the attention of something or somebody else. And I really just don't even know how to live this life for just God. Like, stop trying to impress men. Stop trying to impress people with singing. Stop trying to gain views on YouTube and Instagram for money. Stop trying to do stuff for everything and everybody else for impressions and finances. And just live for yourself and live for God. Let me tell you something. You might as well consider this a new era of Pure Zealous LLC. I don't know how often I'm about to be on this platform, because even this right now is like, I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna be like, woo, it's a 40-minute video. I don't know if I'm gonna get no views on that. And it's like, do you even care about the views? Do you really, why do you want somebody to see the video? Why are you putting the video out there? Are you putting the video out there for views? Are you putting it, I'm going to say this right now. I'm putting the video out here to hold myself accountable. I have another video out there in the world on Instagram, on YouTube, that I put on there to hold myself accountable. I do go back and I do watch my YouTube videos no matter how long they are. And I'm being vulnerable and I'm being authentic because I always wanted to be on YouTube. But I haven't been doing anything because of my lack of confidence, lack of motivation. And it's like, I don't want to go at this thing trying to find validation from audiences, people I don't even know. Like, don't be so thirsty for the views and the likes and everything. And I promise you, I'm not over exaggerating when I say that came from me as a child, always in front of that camera, being forced in front of that camera, do it over, do it over, do it over, do it over, do it over. And as a child, I'm talking about, I'm like under, you can look at the videos. I tell you how old I am in the videos. As a child, I wasn't really focused on the views, but I knew that was the point. I'm not posting the videos on YouTube so they can remain at 0 views. I'm not posting anything on Instagram so that nobody could see it. I want somebody to see it. That's social media. You want somebody to see something that you're doing. And that, as a child, I feel like it just trickles over into every single time I get in front of the camera. It's this mood of like trying to chase validation. And I'm going to escape from that. It sounds, I don't want to say that it sounds impossible, because with God, all things are possible. But you got to admit, you got to come on here, you got to be real. And I'm being real when I say, I don't even know how to live my life without seeking validation and without the emotion of a man. But when I tell you that my circumstances are the way they are because of everything I just explained, if the math is math and the way the math just math, I don't want to do that math no more. That's very simple. Like, I can't do that no more. I can't make the mood of my life I can't let a man determine my mood. I cannot let a man's lack of communication or considerate amount of attention. What did I just? Sorry, excuse me. Let me say this again. Yes, I said the right thing. I cannot let a man's lack of communication or excellent communication determine my lifestyle. Number one. And number two, I cannot continue to live my life seeking validation with every single thing that I do. And I gotta gain my confidence without seeking validation from other people and without trying to fix myself up in a man's eyes to impress him. And to y'all or anybody that's watching, that probably sound like, okay, whatever. But I'm telling you right now, I never lived my life outside of the things that I just said, which is validation in other people, whether it's a man or it's a crowd, whether I'm trying to be a partner to a man or I'm being entertainment for a crowd. And that is my spiel on my confidence. Gotta be confident, gotta build my confidence. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. This is not an advice video. This is a video where I'm just being real. I'm talking about myself. I'm telling my business. No weapon formed against me will have any success. Any tongue that rises up against me, I will condemn it in the judgment. And I'm just being real. And I don't know, I'm being real. And I'm definitely building my confidence and my emotion by posting the video on my Instagram page and this video on my YouTube page, because eventually I gotta get out here and I gotta spread the gospel. I know I'm gonna post this video and it's probably gonna feel like, is this the same person with the same intention is still me who has the desire to spread the gospel. I gotta get on here and I gotta do it because I'm called to do it, and I gotta get up. And this video is me getting up. So I'm sorry that I look a mess. I'm sorry that I got on this whatever, and it's a broken table behind me. And I'm sorry that I'm crusty and that it's 45 minutes long, and I done paused and I done fixed my seat, and I'm trying to figure out where to put my feet. And I'm sorry, y'all. But I gotta get up, and this video is a step forward to me getting up and building my confidence in myself and in Christ Jesus, Yeshua. And this is what it is. So I love y'all. I know this is a very long video. And I gotta be real, y'all. And when it comes to my purpose, I said this before on my channel. I want to help women who have the problems that I have, which is idolizing men, mother issues, witchcraft, that stuff. And in order for me to want to help people with idolizing men, I gotta come forward and be real and raw, authentic about my problem with idolizing men, and my problem with, the lack of compassion that I got as a child, and being a people pleaser and emotional abandonment. And I don't really have any problems with witchcraft, but when the good Lord opens up that door and shows me something that I ain't never seen before, and I gotta go put on my breastplate of righteousness and my belt of truth and my shield of faith and my feet shod and ready to declare the good news and my helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. When I get all my stuff, I'm gonna be that one that they gonna be having to run from. I love y'all. So I just want to say thank you for watching the video. Like the video, y'all. Comment and just be real with me. Like, tell me if you ever been through what I've been through. If you feel me, like, communicate with me. Just let me know, I get it. It's a 50-minute video. Whatever. I love y'all. I pray that somebody watch this video and go on this journey with me, because I gotta get up. And I promise I'm going to be on here posting videos, talking whatever I got to talk. I don't care if nobody on here. I got to get up. Love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video.